Come in here. I can't believe this. Now you're gonna go back to Blue's apartment and take care of what you're supposed to.
Oh, Ron, I already told you. He left before I got
I know,
there.
he left his apartment. He took up residence right on the front page of the Kingsley Chronicle.
All right, now take it easy, man.
Tell me to take it easy. If that's the police and they got the Blue, we're finished. We're washed up, do you understand? Everything.
Yeah, Ron, if it was the police, they wouldn't ring the doorbell if they had him. You slick? Listen, pal, of all days to smart off, this is not the day. Good morning, Ron.
Lance, just give him his assignments for the day and tell him to get lost, will you?
All right. Look, don't bother bringing the cash back tonight. You just collect and wait.
Is something wrong? Or...
Look, can't you just shut up and take an order?
Yeah, sure. What's Blue doing in the paper?
You wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
No, I haven't seen him. Besides, I thought it was Lance's turn to babysit this week.
You watch it, college boy.
Wanted for attempted rape. Gloria Davidson Martin.
How did you know I was home?
The office said you hadn't been in yet, so I thought I'd drive by and see if your car was here.
Want some?
What's that?
Let's see. These are papaya, and that's pineapple, and those are apricots. I chop them up and make my own.
That's interesting.
Take some. You need it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Stacy, I only meant that it's good for you. High energy, brain food for all those stories you write that never reach the paper.
Oh, you mean the article I did on your modeling agency?
I looked for it up and down today's paper.
Well, it wasn't there. McGovern liked it, though.
Oh, who's he?
The editor.
Oh, well, who do you have to impress to get it in print?
Oh, it isn't a question of authority. My boss gets 10 of those human interest stories a day. It all depends on how many hard news stories we have, whether or not we have room for it.
Which is why I saw a 2-page feature on Kingsley pet cemeteries.
That was Colleen Burke. She has 5 years seniority over me.
Is it that, or is it that she's just more aggressive, Stacy?
Well, it's probably both. Look, I didn't come over to hear more pointers on winning through intimidation. You didn't even thank me for doing the article.
You know I appreciated it.
Let's just change the subject, okay?
Fine. Well, what did you do last night?
I started a new book on cultural anthropology. It was really...
I don't know why I ask. What are you doing this weekend? Reading books in print?
Actually, I was going to shop for some new clothes.
Why bother to get new clothes? The things you're wearing now are so outdated that they're bound to come back in a few years. Don't roll those sad eyes at me, Stacy. You know I'd be perfectly willing to help you shop, but every time I take you somewhere, you make a beeline for the bargain basement and dig up the dullest outfits that you can find.
I can't remember asking you to help.
I'm too busy this weekend anyway. I hate the way you make me feel like some bickering old lady. Did you come here for any special reason?
I wanted to know if you saw Dad's name in the paper.
No, I didn't. Why is it there?
He's helping to run a free clinic in Chesterfield. They spotted some rapist there, and Dad was quoted in the article.
Rapist, huh? Dad's still hanging around with the same crowd.
What are you so stunned about? You know where Blue is?
Oh, no, I haven't seen him since last week.
Well, that can't help us. I saw him yesterday, Ron.
We can't find him?
What'd I tell you? This guy's brilliant.
I can.
Where could you find him, Weaver?
I don't know, but I'll get him. Let me go after him, Ron.
Now, why should I let you do
I
that?
got my reasons. Look, you're afraid he's gonna talk to the police, right?
You bet I'm afraid. Because if he does, he could make things very uncomfortable for all of us. He might even put you on unemployment.
Where'd you see him last?
No, wait a second. Wait a second. You're not going to let Mr. Rogers here go out
Look,
on a
I'm
job
telling you,
like that.
I'll run him down. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll find him, Ron.
No, Ron, he couldn't even beat up a 16-year-old. You can't let him go after Blue.
Why are you so interested, Weaver?
I know Lori.
Who?
The girl that Blue tried to rape. How well do you know her?
She's my fiancée. Once. She hasn't been the same since this happened.
Well, we don't allow our employees to take out their personal vendettas on company time.
Well, then I'll do it on my own time.
You wouldn't know where to start.
Or would you?
Yeah, I got leads.
Well, then what are you doing standing around here for, moron? Now, look, Blue's gonna be expecting Lance, but he ain't gonna be seeing me coming.
Ron, you can't let him put his hands in the whole business. You can't trust him yet.
It's in Blue's hands now, and until someone finds him, that's the way it's gonna stay. Now, look, I want him more than you two, Ron.
Have you ever killed a man, Weaver?
Blue Nobles isn't a man.
Lance, tell Weaver where he can find Blue.
No.
Tell him!
All right, college boy. The little boy hangs around arcades and malls and high schools. But don't bother asking for somebody who stutters. Because he don't talk to nobody. You got that? He eats food at a place called Leon's Diner. And sometimes he hangs out at the docks. And every once in a while he goes to empty stadiums because he likes to run up and down the rows of the empty seats. But that's when he knows that nobody's following him.
Just remember, Weaver, you made this decision on your own. And if Vince finds out about it, you'll face him on your own. And you'll do the time if you get caught.
Aside from your sarcasm, aren't you the least bit interested in the free clinic Dad's working in?
No. It bothers me enough that he's back in Kingsley again. Last thing I need are details.
But he's not the same anymore.
Have you talked to him?
I talked to Gene.
Who's that?
Gene Redlund. He works at the Chronicle, remember?
Oh, right. Does he have seniority over you two?
No, he's new, but he's a pro. He's gonna go places. He knows Dad through a mutual friend.
I don't know why you're telling me all this when I told you I didn't care.
Your caring doesn't matter. This is something you need to hear.
I've heard it all before.
Then you've heard about Dad's clinic.
I've heard about your dreams of Dad turning over a new leaf, of becoming half the man he once was.
This is no dream. These are facts.
Facts that you have gotten secondhand from a friend of Dad's that you hardly know. Facts that you've already twisted into some fairy tale image that you have of our father.
You're not even giving me a chance to explain.
Explain what? He's running some shoebox clinic in Kingsley's low-rent district.
And he's not drinking anymore. And he's giving his life to serving others.
Oh, come on. He's probably up to his neck in government kickbacks and Medicare receipts. You are unbelievable.
I want to go see him.
That's not smart. You'll be playing right into his con. I can see it happening already.
Amber, when he left us, he hurt me too. I almost wish I could believe whatever he tells me, but I'm not that naive. Still, you're right. My facts are secondhand, but that's why I want to go see him.
Just for the record, Stacy, it would be the biggest mistake of your life.
Hey, Chris. This here is Stacy's desk. Remember I was telling you about her? This is my desk, which is the end of the tour.
Impressive. Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to like you, too.
Yeah, we seem to be doing all right around here.
Yeah.
You know something? I'm gonna need a new picture this summer.
That's right.
Hey.
What?
Not in the newsroom.
Oh, everyone's gone out to lunch.
Well,
Besides, pretty soon you're not going to be able to hold me this close, you know.
no, that's true.
Yeah, you're going to have to help me out of chairs and push me through doors and push me upstairs and feel him kicking you.
Whoa, him. You know something I don't know?
Oh, it's just an expression. But come on, are you going to have lunch with me?
Oh, babe, I really can't. I've got to finish that follow-up story on Lori.
Yeah, but you can't do that until you see Brubaker this afternoon.
I know, but he said he was going to call me. So that's why I got to stay by the phone to wait for him. He's going to give me the results of the fingerprints he took down at the clinic.
All right, well, at least I'm losing you to a good cause. I hope your article helps the police to find that man.
Yeah, me too. I've got to wait to see if Lori's back from Fairmont, though.
Honey, don't push things, okay? Lori's been through a lot.
Oh, don't worry about that, Carla. I mean, no story is worth her getting hurt again.
I love you when you say things like that.
Yeah, you know something?
What?
I really want to help Lori, though. You know, if all this anger that I have because of what happened to her, if I can just channel that into an area that's productive, something like, well, finding this Blue Nobles, then that would really make me happy. I'd be very much satisfied.
Busy morning?
Oh, I'll say we do miss Ben.
Well, he's anxious to get back here to work again soon. You know, it's been quite a setback with Lori.
Oh, any news from Fairmont?
Not yet, but he said he'd call. So, what do you think? Could this paper bag hold a balanced meal?
Wait a minute. We'll compare notes. Now, you know, I don't care what's in it as long as I get to sit down. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
You sit right there, I'll get it.
Oh, if it's a patient, tell him we open again at 1:15.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hi, Carla.
Hey, what's the secret password?
Oh, brown bag.
Oh, Mom, I came to ask you if you want to join me for lunch.
Oh, I'd love to call her, but I don't think I have enough time.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you half my egg salad sandwich.
Oh, and I'll give you 1 or 2 of my raisins.
Is this what they call killing someone with kindness? What do you have?
Like I said, but
Well, there she is. Where have you been?
In a practical or philosophic sense?
Well, let's say, where were you before you came back to the newsroom?
Out.
You know, I think I would have gotten a longer answer if I'd gone the philosophical route.
You don't want to hear it.
Well, you let me be the judge of that. What's wrong?
Oh, Gene, it would make a great human interest story, but it's not hard news.
Oh, you saying that I'm not versatile?
No, I'm saying that this isn't in your line.
Well, maybe not as a reporter, but what about as a friend? Is it about your father?
My father, my mother, and my sister.
What do you want to start?
I talked to my sister this morning.
What was her name again?
Amber. Go on, say it.
What?
It's a beautiful name.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice name, but so is Stacy, though.
No, Stacy works fine if you're Aiden and pigtails.
Ooh, I get the feeling that we're talking about self-image problems here.
Not image, Gene, realities.
Now, wait a minute.
If you really want to hear about my personal life, then spare me the lines about how much I've got going for me, okay?
All right, so tell me about Amber.
Amber. Her eyes are the deepest blue you can imagine. I used to go grocery shopping just to see the bag boys stare. She's always on time. She never catches colds. I keep waiting for her age to catch up with her, but it hasn't yet. Her blue jeans still fit perfectly, and her skin is perfect.
My goodness. You sure we're talking about reality?
I'm not saying she's perfect. But she's so unaware of her imperfections that it's almost, well, it's enviable.
When your parents compared you to her.
They didn't have to. She's so obvious an example that everyone compares themselves to her.
Stacy, look, all of this stuff that you've mentioned, you know that's not what's important in a person.
There's more. When I told her about Dad's clinic, that you quoted him in your article, she couldn't have cared less.
Oh, and you cared.
Very much. But when I suggested that I might want to go see him personally, she warned me that it would be a mistake.
Ooh. So that's why you're upset.
Oh, Jean, it's no one thing. It's the whole mess thrown together. When Dad left us, he hurt me just as much as Amber, and I just want to tell her, look, you're the one with the great job and the looks and the money. What right do you have to be bitter?
Well, so why don't you tell her that?
I have my reasons. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Don't just go and bite my head off. Look, let me give you some advice. I don't know where you stand with your sister Amber, but I can tell you one thing, your father would love to see you. And it's not a mistake at all.
You're a very interesting guy, Gil Prescott.
I know.
No, really. You know, I try to dislike you, but somehow you manage to always bring a smile on my face.
Maybe it's because I'm irresistible.
Maybe. You know something else?
What?
I have this crazy idea that you feel the same deep down inside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're right.
I knew it.
It is a crazy idea.
Gil Prescott, you're gonna get yours.
Now, Carla, you can't tell me that eating out would have been more enjoyable.
Oh, the company was great, Mama, but I don't know, the service and the atmosphere, it just...
Terry, do you hear that?
I certainly did. Next time, you better take her up on her offer.
Well, I don't know whether or not I want to be seen in public with such a happy pregnant woman.
Mama, now is not the time to go on about how good I've got it.
Carla, we know what a blessing it is that you have all you want right now. You and Jean are so happy.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
Listen, about the house.
Don't even think about it. I mean, you have enough to contend with right now.
No, this is just an update. Harold Webster is taking the case to court. I'm waiting to hear from him any day now.
Oh, Nancy must be thrilled about that.
Well, the last I heard, she still wasn't willing to sell, but maybe a judge can make her change her mind.
Well, Terry, thanks for filling me in, but please, you don't have to keep me posted.
No, it's no trouble. Besides, helps me get my mind off Lori.
Lori's gonna be fine. Mama, before the patients come in this afternoon, let's say a special prayer for Lori. Just the
that's
three of us.
good idea, Carla.
Thank you. And Ben, too.
Oh, and Peter and you. Dear Heavenly Father,
Isn't this just like Terry?
What now?
Did you see this article about this guy that attacked Lori?
I glanced at that this morning. They spotted the guy, right?
Yeah, but they didn't catch him. Can you believe that Terry didn't even get in touch with me?
Why should she call you?
Because we're family.
Like she's gonna get a whole lot of sympathy from you?
Vicky, I resent that.
Sorry, I just call him like I see him.
Well, then look again. You know, Terry and I might have our differences, but I'm certainly not gonna gloat about anything as terrible as this happening to my own niece.
I guess not. I guess Terry just has enough on her mind without notifying you. Peter told me last night that Lori was really upset.
When did you speak with Peter?
Well, he called me last night to cancel our date. I told him I understood completely, so we set it for another time. Nancy, what I wanted to ask
Wait a minute, you mean they tell you all the details about what's going on with Lori and they don't even notify their own flesh and blood?
I'm sure that if you'd had a date with Peter, he would have called you too.
Well, now you're siding with the Davidsons.
Nancy, I'm not usually one to give advice, but if you're really that upset about all this, why don't you call Terry and ask her what you can do to help?
Yeah, sure. Grovel for information, right?
I don't believe it. She's actually here.
Oh, what are you doing here? I don't have any permits for you.
Well, that answers question number one. Question number two.
Why is the Canterbury permits taking so long?
Why don't you take that up with my assistant?
No, because it's not going to be Nancy's name on the formal complaint I file with the commissioner. It's going to be yours.
Empty threats won't speed that permit up.
They're not empty threats, Vicky. You haven't been able to give me one good excuse why those permits aren't ready.
I could give you 10, starting with the fact that it's winter now, and every winter at this time I get flooded with spring building permits.
Flooded? Oh, yeah, tell me about it. You know, I've been here, I was here earlier today, twice as a matter of fact, and both times you weren't here. You were on another one of your 2-hour lunch breaks, weren't you?
I wasn't out to lunch. I was all over town on business.
Come on, Vicky. You know, those permits are being held up because you've turned it into another one of your power plays. Yeah, well, the commissioner's gonna be real interested in seeing how you mixed your business with your personal grudges.
Don't flatter yourself, Gil. I don't care any more about your pet project than I do any of the other 400 permits that go through this county bureaucracy.
Okay, then tell me why the other permits are going through faster than mine.
For your information, the Canterbury permits will be due in a day or two, and when they are, we'll call you.
Does that include the soil analysis?
Everything. Now you're free to file a complaint against me. Only it's gonna look pretty silly when you've got all the materials you need on hand.
You heard this, Nancy. You're a witness.
I heard. Really, Gil, you sound like you've been taking whining lessons from Peter.
I'm not whining, Nancy. I'm talking about a $1 million project that's not getting any cheaper every day it's delayed. You got 2 days, and I'm gonna hold you to it.